Good morning, YouTubes. Some of you might be aware that I have another hobby, which is building hot rods and modifying cars. I have two projects, one of which has been severely neglected because of this train addiction. So I did the right thing and sold that project car, went to a train show and bought more trains, because that's the mature thing to do. So, the St Thomas Train Show takes place in the Elgin County Railway Museum with full-size trains. It's very cool. Unfortunately, I was too excited buying train stuff that I didn't take any video of it. Sorry, I'll get it next time. Now, the eagle-eyed ones amongst you will have noticed this large box at the top of the bag and also in the thumbnail. MTH, they normally make O-scale. What have I done? Well, I'm going to tease you for a bit longer and dive into the rest of the bag before we get into this. It's quite exciting, but you'll need to wait. Okay, let's begin. So the first thing out the bag was the first thing in the bag, and it was this little Chessie GP35, which was actually a gift from Steve at Lakeshore Model Railroad. Isn't this lovely? So straight in the door and straight with the gifts, much to the bewilderment of the little chap standing next to us waiting to buy something. So Steve, Lakeshore, thank you very much for this. Can't wait to get it on the track, along with a very recently decoded GP35 that I've been working on. I need to get handrails made for it, but I do need to find the stanchions. Oh, I've just noticed I did a members update video yesterday and I thought my stanchions were too long, the ones I have, but I think if I just grab one of these are 5/8 stanchions, they look very similar to those ones. They are. So we are good to go. I'm going to be making my own handrails for this one. Oh, I just noticed this has got blue right and that one's got black. That adds a bit of prototypical variation. And they will run next to each other. So the one I got from Steve, Athearn Blue Box, brass flywheels and motor. The one I just did, it's the older one with the kind of steel flywheels and motor. It still runs great. They should run very nicely together. Choo choo. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Steve. What a great way to start the show. Did I mention it was DCC? Phenomenal. Okay, let's get back to my bag. Now, I'm sure no one will be surprised when I tell you that I got nothing that was on my list that we made in the live stream. Starting with this. I just open these up and go, ooh, that's nice. And I'm sure you'll agree. A nickel plate road SW9 1200 locomotive Proto 2000, so we know it's good. I can't remember how much I paid. I was a little bit extravagant at this show, to be honest. I think it was maybe 50. I can't remember. This chap was selling things at a great bargain. Now, I don't think he was an actual railroader himself. I think he was a businessman. And he was given discounts on everything he had, so, which is kind of what you want at a train show if you want to actually get bargains. If people have got too much sentimental value attached to their locos, it's pretty tough getting a deal. So we have, obviously it's not new, I can see a bit of wear, although the wheels are pretty clean. I really can't complain about that. Still got its nice little end pieces to protect it in shipping. It's really not been run much, I don't think, by the looks of it. Let's have a look at the body. Oh, parts. A couple of boxes and stuff. I'm going to have to upgrade them to, what do you call them? Not KDs. Knuckle couplers. Wow, all packaging intact. This is lovely. It's still got its little wrapper. This has been well looked after. Yeah, this is virtually new, and I can see some lighting, wiring and connections at the top, which presumably make contact with those little plates there. So that's probably all going to get changed when I upgrade it to DCC. Very nice. Let's make sure that the body goes on. Oh, that's so nice. Check that out. Isn't that lovely? Really nice detail in this, I have to say. Super pleased. Because as usual, I didn't inspect them properly at the show. I just look at it and go, oh, that's pretty. In the bag, here's some money. There's little wipers in the back and everything. So pretty. Kind of reminds me of Rio Grande with the black and the yellow. But hey, maybe there's a connection somewhere. Oh look, we've got instructions and stuff. Let me guess. Put on rails, turn on power. Wonderful. Oh yeah, look at all this stuff that I may or may not read in the future. Right, let me throw this back into its box for now. Oh, there's a wee bag of goodies. What's that? That looks like windows. No, it's not windows. I don't know what they are. Extra bits. Oh, they look like wee chimney tops. I think they go on top of there. Now I better read the instructions before I make a fool of myself. I think that's going to help. Okay, moving on. On my big, nice, tidy table. Right, continue. I need to speed things up a bit. I've got a lot to show you and I want to make this all in one video. Obviously this didn't come in its box. And I forgot what it is. Okie dokie. Right. This is a two-parter by the way. I was told that this is a Hunter Hobbies or something. Hunter Stewart. It says Stewart there. You can just make that out there. And apparently they're really good. And it was really nice. So I got this and its little friend, if I can go and dig that out. Here we go. A nice little D unit for it, which I think it might also be powered. Because it feels quite heavy. Isn't that a gorgeous little set? Oh wow. Maybe this isn't powered. It just feels heavy. Let me have a quick gander on the inside. No, it's not powered. Wonder why it's so heavy. I don't think it would be too hard to power that if I wanted to, but I don't know what sort of motor the Hunter stuff takes. I've never had this. I mean, it says Stewart. Is it a Stewart rather than a Hunter? I don't know where I'm getting Hunter from. I thought that's what the guy said. I'm sure I could make something to fit that to make it powered, although it probably doesn't need it, to be fair. It doesn't have geared wheels anyway, so probably more effort than is required because that's going to run just fine with its buddy here. Did I get this the wrong way around? I don't know what's holding it together. That's the wrong way around. It goes that way. Lovely. So, there we go. I don't know what this is, because it looks like an F7, but I've never seen it with those 4 windows in a line like that. By all means, leave a comment, because I didn't get any packaging, I just got it in a bag. It's definitely got different vents on the top, as you can see, from every other F7 or FA unit I've got. But it's really nice. So in case it's not picking up, it is black with the grey stripe. I know some of them are grey. And I've got plenty of New York Central coaches. So we now have 3 New York Central. Wait a minute, what have I got? I've got the E7, I've got the PA. Yeah, and I've got this. So we've got 3 potential passenger trains for New York Central. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, next. We have a box. And inside this box is more Well cars. I'm sure I was talking about these in the live stream, saying how expensive they were. I think... What did I get this for? This was crazy cheap. It was like $10 or $20, okay? And as you can see, these are new, or at least they've never been built. So we've got 3 of these, and I'm going to try not to break these bits like I like to do on live streams. Underneath here we have tiny little handrails, grab rails to go somewhere. And then we have all of this stuff. Let me move this out of the way carefully. Do I do careful? Not generally, but I'll try. So also in the box we have all these extra bits. So that is drawbar things, I think. I don't know what anything is. Luckily it comes with instructions so I can read them and find out. So plastic bits to add wherever they go, and we should have, I don't know how many sets of wheels and trucks. That's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's right. So 2 each. Wonderful, because I thought they were maybe the ones that hooked on together and shared a truck, but I don't think so. I think they've all got their own trucks. So this one doesn't have lettering, which is kind of weird that this one does. Maybe someone's added them, but I don't see any lettering in the box. There's no lettering in that one either. Not the end of the world. I'm sure I could find some sort of decal. Let me just see. No, I don't see any decals there. Anything hiding in here? No. So I need to get some sort of decals for the other 2 well cars, and I do still have some containers to go in there. So as I say, $20 max, possibly $10. So much for complaining about how expensive they were, and these feel actually much better than the other ones I have, because there's weight down there which has been painted over. This is phenomenal. Right, let me put this away and we'll move on. Again, I've got quite a lot to show you. I was extremely bad at that show. Bad in a good way. Excellent. Cool. We have another large, gigantic boxcar. Doesn't quite fit in the screen. Now, the chap has done some he did all his own weathering. I'm not mad keen on the weathering, to be honest. The paint is just a wee bit too aggressive, shall we say. It's not awful. I think it was $15, which isn't too bad for a full size or gigantic sized boxcar like this. I think you were calling them auto parts carriers. But it does have the KDs, it does have the metal wheels. It looks straight, unlike some of the ones that I have that are kind of banana shaped, so hopefully the coupler height will be okay. So that's me got another one of these gigantic boxcars. And Gary was also there. Gary's the guy that I'd been buying most of his model railway from, who has sold me quite a few of these giant boxcars. Well, he was there, and of course he magically found some more for me. And they look like this. NW. Now, I do have one NW loco, so that's why I got these. So we can haul these around with my Northwestern, I believe the company was. Or is it Norfolk and Western? I can't remember. I think it's Northwestern. There's a wee bit of extra detail added down there, if you can make that out. Not sure what that's supposed to be. So they're rather lovely. And I think these were, I think it was 2 for 30. I'm not sure, roughly $15 each. And these are in really nice condition. Very, very mild weather, and Gary's very good at this. They are delicious. Again, metal wheels, KDs, delish. Are they different numbers? Yes, different numbers. Like it matters to me, but yeah, tremendous. Okay, next up. What is in this little bubble wrapped item? Now I paid a wee bit more for this, but it was really cute. I really liked it. This is a guy that goes to all the shows and he custom paints and details all his locos. So this is an old Athearn blue box, but it's kind of nice, and I'm right into the switchers at the moment. Yeah, I think he's done a good job on this. Lots of nice extra detail is added to this. Now, I don't think it's supposed to have handrails going along the side there. There's certainly no holes for stanchions. Unlike the Conrail switcher I have that does have the handrails going all the way. So maybe they just use this as a sort of grab rail rather than a handrail going along the walkway. But yeah, there's little extra grab rails like up there. He's painted the bell holder and stuff like that, so it is a really nice model. The wheels are nice and clean. From what I understand, this guy does make sure his locos are running great before he goes to shows, so we will find out when we get to the track. Nice weight to that as well. Yeah, it's definitely the older one. It's got the brass flywheels and motor. Paid a wee bit more than I would have liked to, but I still got some money off. Wonderful. Next. Athearn Blue Box. It's quite heavy, so I'm presuming it's a local. Remember, I get terrible memory. I always forget what buy it shows. Even more so when I do the video the day after. Could be anything in here. Oh yes. Okay, so because, you know, I didn't have enough Canadian Pacific, I bought another Dash 9. I do love this black nose that they put on them. This is another one that's got all the detail parts in here that I need to add. Wheels look really clean. Everything looks really clean. So I don't think I'm going to have any issues with this. That kind of feels a wee bit stiff, but it's possibly never been run. Yeah, that's a wee bit stiff as well, but what I'll probably do is take the shell off, put some grease, oil where it's supposed to go before I run this, because these things are awesome and I would hate to break a gear straight out the box. Yeah, I don't think this has ever been run. Another Canadian Pacific Beaver Special to add to my list, and it's got some detail parts to go in there. Horn, railings, everything should be in here. There's a bag of stuff there. The railings are at the bottom. We did check that before I paid for it. Sealed bag, fuel tank, cylinder, thingamajigs, they clip on there. Oh, loads of goodies, loads of goodies. So yeah, might not run that today because I do want to make sure that is well lubrified. Right, next. Don't think this one's a loco, it feels a bit light. Oh my goodness, look at this. I've been trying to get one of these for a while. Again, this was, I think it was $40, which does seem a lot of money. Probably because it is a lot of money. However, it's gorgeous. I had to have it, and I've been trying to get a Norfolk Southern for a while now, as you know. This is brand new. Wheels are spotless, couplers spotless, body gorgeous. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. Nice detail in this. You know what? I think Atlas are probably one of the best you can get for detailed cabooses, because I've got a Sioux line caboose which is equally as gorgeous as this. This is so nice. So yeah, obviously I spent a bit of money at this show, but you know, sometimes you just got to splash out. I wouldn't be making a habit of that, by the way. I just, as I say, I sold some car parts and thought better spend it before, you know, the wife makes me pay for food and things. Really pleased with that one. Isn't that nice? So, we now have a Norfolk Southern caboose to complete our Norfolk Southern freight trains. What's that? Extra bits? Oh, horn hooks that I'll never use. Lovely. Okay, moving on. Oh, that's going to look so nice on the track. Okay, this was a bit of a shocker. This is, believe it or not, a steam train. I know all you steamy fans will be cheering at the moment. And I got this partly because I liked it and partly because the guy was just giving this stuff away. Honestly, it was crazy cheap. And the more you bought, the more you saved. So we have, what is it? It's a ready to roll old timer 280 consolidation D and RGW, which is epic because I do have some nice Denver and Rio Grande coaches, but I don't actually have an old Denver and Rio Grande steam train. I've got a Union Pacific and I've got a New York Central. So now we have an all day world day. Oh, come on, let me get you out. Oh, it's front couplers poked through the bag to make it tricky to get out. I wonder if this has ever been run. It kind of feels like it hasn't, to be honest. Oh, there we go. I'm not liking the way they wrap these. And it's even getting nice shallow flanges, so it should be fine to run on my track. Right, I need to zoom in because it is quite small. Move all the wrapping out of the way for you as well. I don't think this has been run. I really don't. And it looks like it's got tender pickup. Oh, this should run great. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right. Unwrap you to reveal the majesty. Isn't that nice? Where? Oh, there it is. I was wondering why the drawbar wasn't attached. Need to get that round to where it's supposed to live. Over there. Need to take that screw off. I wonder why it wasn't connected. Regardless. It looks pretty clean. I don't know. I think it's probably been run just to test it. The bell's a little bit bent. That's probably a packaging thing. And that looks like wood as opposed to coal. So did these old things burn wood rather than coal? Kind of looks like an afterthought. I'm not sure about that one. As always, leave a comment. Let me know if you think that would run in wood. I think that little green sparkly thing is supposed to point backwards. I'm not going to break it just in case. No, because it points that way as well. Oh, it's got red at the back. Oh, I'm glad I didn't force that. So it's got little red sparkles at the back. I'm pretty sure they're not lights. It does have a light at the front though. So I'm guessing obviously this will just be DC for now, but if it runs really nice, you'll be getting the treatment. Let's get a little roof vent there. Do you see that? Very nice. Oh, super happy with that. Pretty good price, I believe. Yeah, it was definitely a good price because that guy was, as I say, he was just trying to sell everything. He had a lot of stock. Right, moving on. Still get quite a few things to show you. Like this, for example. Yes, it's another switcher. I get a bit faddy. I like things and then I just keep buying them. I'm kind of the same with cars, to be honest. Anyway, we've got another switcher, and this one is, if I can get you out the box, wait a minute, has it got pushy bits? Oh, it's got a whole back end I can push. Oh, this has been weathered quite nicely actually. This has got good weight to it. So this is obviously an Atlas yellow box. Now it doesn't say Kato on the bottom, so some of the yellow boxes say Kato, like they've got a Kato motor. I think this probably still is a Kato motor. It feels heavy and substantial. For some reason it's got weathered trucks on this side, but they're not weathered on that side. It's just peculiar. Little handrail needs to be put back in his hole, and there, lovely, nice and straight now. So another sew line. This is nice. Just bizarre that it's only been weathered on one side though. Maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe it only ever got the weather, the nasty stuff on one side of the track. Nice little handrails there. So nice. So I'm presuming this will run brilliantly. Wheels look reasonably clean. He's got a sparkly diamond. I'm sure it's not a real diamond. Although the price I paid, no. Yeah, we'll need to remove those little sparkly things and put in actual lights at some point. As long as it runs well, that's the main thing. So we'll see that in the track in a little while. Next, I think you're going to like this one. I got this one specifically just because it was so pretty. I think I saw one of these on someone else's channel and I was like, ooh, that's nice, what is that? So this is a, what does it say? I don't know what it says. It says it somewhere, I'm sure. I could have sworn I said it. It doesn't say. There it is. Item 23272 SOU, which is short for Southern, E6A with Mars Light. Okay, Southern, just Southern. Not Southern Pacific or Southern Ontario, just Southern. Wait till you see this, this is so nice. If it ever gets out of the box. Come on, come on, come on, you're teasing everyone, you're teasing me as well. It doesn't want to come out the box. Come on, oh, this is not a professional review by any means. I can't get out of the box, so it's stuck. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh goodness, so much literature. Look at all this stuff, which is nice if you want to take it apart. Oh, this is lovely. Right, so we have very large. Well, it's got its protectors in the end. Again, well cared for. Plastic sheet. It's got an extra nose trim. Oh, it's like a plough, I suppose. I think these are optionals, optional extras. Got a little bag of stuff, wiry stuff, and a hooky thing. Let's get the body out. That's the main part. That's the one we all want to see. Need to put this somewhere safe. Isn't this really just so pretty? This ranks up there with my purple rocket. Oh, look at that. That is classy. It says the Crescent. That is nice. Now, I'm not seeing light lenses there, which is weird. Oh no, they are there. They're just flat. Oh, I don't know if you can see the yeah, you can see the reflection there. Normally they're kind of bulbous. So that will fit over here. It is DCC ready. There's a little plug down there. Just an 8-pin plug in there. I wonder if I've got one ready to go. Because that would be easy. And then that will plonk on like so. Good weight to this. But we're back to the same old problem. I have no idea what this would haul. I suppose I should try and get the front coupler in first. And like that, rotate it a little bit. That's better. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, I really like the front on that. It's quite elegant, shall we say? Yes, we shall. We shall say that. So yeah, we're back to the usual. What would this haul? Is this a passenger locomotive? It kind of looks like a passenger locomotive. What on earth will the coaches look like for this? That is delicious. I'm so glad I got that one. And it wasn't ridiculous. Again, same guy I got that little steam train from and other things. Really good prices. Sometimes you just find a vendor that's got a massive stock and wants everything going. So what's the difference with that? Oh, right. So the only difference here is this one doesn't have the cutout for the coupler. So if you had no intention to ever run anything at the front, then just take that one off, put that one on instead. Wonderful. I think I have 2 more things to show you, including the big tease with that giant box. We'll get to that in a sec. But first, we have another Kato. You know I love the Katos. This is a big box for a small item. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Yet another switcher. But this time, Southern Pacific. If I can get you out your box. These are pretty sure I've got push holes at the back. Lovely. So much weight to these little guys. Incredible. And I'm hoping that all the detail parts are in the bottom of the box. Yes, they are. Brand new. This is lovely. This cost a wee bit more, but let's face it, it's brand new. It might have some track use, because I'm seeing a little bit of dirt there. I don't know, it might just be shelf dirt, because the gears look absolutely bone dry. So I'm going to have to lube this up before I run it. Very nice. Oof. Wonderful. So all in all, a fantastic haul. Oh, I've started rhyming again. But I do need to add the detail to that to really bring it to life. But of course, we'll try them all on the track before I do that, because I want to see if they run and how well they run. Right. The star of the show. What is this, and why did I buy an O-gauge item for my HO model railroad? Let me explain. Well, the first reason I bought it is, look at it, it's gorgeous. But the main reason is, as you possibly know already, I'm going to be running a end of year competition. It will hopefully coincide with reaching 10,000 subscribers. If I don't reach 10,000, no biggie, I'll still be doing the end of year competition. But I did feel it was a bit unfair that I only ever give away HO scale items. And as you can see, this is not an HO scale item. This is in fact an O scale Chesney System, absolutely stunning caboose. And I also have N scale items that I'll be giving away at the competition as well, although I've only got one item of each at the moment. This is phenomenal. Now I did a quick unboxing on a members video, but I'll do it again just for you guys, because this thing is powered. I don't know how to power it. If anyone wants to leave a comment, because I think these are AC. I'm not sure if they're just regular DC, because I would like to jump some wires from the center bar, or where it would have a center rail, from there over to there and see what lights up. From what I can see, we've got red lights in the corners, all four corners, but I think it might have interior lighting as well. I think this thing is epic, and I will just do a quick size comparison so you understand the sheer scale of this thing. I'll go and grab a Chesney System caboose in HO scale. There we go. Doesn't HO look tiny now? This is just phenomenal. I would love to keep this and put it on the shelf behind me for videos, etc., because it is just so nice. And also, I got this for $30, which to me seems pretty reasonable because it looks brand new, and I think I've got it dirty already. I need to give this a wee clean if I'm going to give it away. Doesn't take much, because these are a kind of matte finish, and if you've got any oil in your fingers, it's going to dirty them up. So I need to stop fingering it. Oh no, that's the wrong way to say it. I need to stop touching it. Oh, it's just amazing. So just for the record then, this is a Chesney O scale extended vision caboose. Item number 20-9104L, if that means anything to anybody. And I think for $30, for what I see as a brand new item in O scale, I think that's a pretty good deal. I hope that guy returns to the shows, because he has a ton of O scale items as well. I bought half the things from this guy because the prices were great. I can't go over that. I love that thing. So that's everything I got at the train show. Let me lube some things up, and I'll see you trackside in a few minutes. Here we go then. So this is my one and only DCC loco I got today, and it was the gift from Steve at Lakeshore. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Now, he reckoned it was address 12, but I did try that and it didn't work. So I'm going to try 2512, which is the number on this side. Let's see if we have any lights. Oh, we do have lights. There we go. Nose lights. I wonder if we can make them a wee bit brighter. I do like the bright lights. Anyway, let's see how it runs. I've got it set to speed steps 128. Let's go. Good old Athearn hum. Nothing in speed step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm going to change it to speed steps 28. That might be what it's set to. Right, let's go. Nothing's moving. Give it a tap. Oh no! No! Let me have a quick look inside. It might just need the flywheels manually rotated. Give me a wee sec, back shortly. And we're back. Now, it doesn't have a rear light. It does have a Digitrax decoder, and it's got one of those weird suppressory things that I normally see on a Hornby pancake motor, which is kind of bizarre, but this is what I'm talking about. We'll give it some power. It buzzes. If I spin this, normally it will start going if it's been a wee bit seized up. Oh no, that's well seized up. It's not getting any further than that manually, so I'm going to switch it off for now. Have another quick look at it, because it feels like maybe one of the gears is stuck. Okay, the gears were very stiff. I threw in some oil for now, but this thing is going to need a tear down and clean. You can see how manky the commutator is. Where is it? There. And get rid of that suppressor. It really shouldn't need that, but it should work now. Fingers crossed. Let's go for it. Oh, it's really trying, but as I say, it's really stiff. I think once it goes round the track a few times, it'll be fine. If it ever gets round the track. Yeah, it's really going to need a good clean up. And I think it'll be running fine once we get it cleaned and lubed. So let's not go any further with that one. I don't want to break it. I would like to get a little platform on the motor as well for the decoder, get another light wired up at the back. That looks like it's still an incandescent bulb, so I'd like to change that to LED. So let's move on to the next one before I break that. And I'll come back to that. We'll maybe do a tune-up Tuesday for this one, okay? Lovely, right. So next up we have this Stuart Hobbies. I don't know why I was calling it Hunter Stuart. Maybe that's because there's a YouTube channel called Hunter Stuart Hobbies. I was getting a wee bit confused. Now this should be DCC. I did see this running, so I know it works. So we'll give it some power, see how it looks and sounds. We have lights, we have smooth action, we have stalling. Something else that needs a bit of a clean, I would think. Nice and quiet. So do these guys at Stuart Hobbies make their own motors and everything? Because that's quite brave to do that. Although I think they're probably quite an old company by now. Oh, it certainly runs nice though. That is delicious, and that's going to look brilliant with my passenger coaches. Right, we'll give it a blast around the track. We've got a lot to get through, so I'm not going to do too much detailed running. I'm not going to jump on the inside. We'll just watch it from here, okay? And I do have about 9 passenger coaches, so we can split them up between this and either my E7 or my PA1. I've got quite a selection of New York Central that I can use now. That's top speed there, which is fine. That looks lovely. Very pleased with that one. Excellent. Right, moving along. Still got a lot to get through. This is my nickel plate road switcher. Now, the shell isn't screwed down. It's got lots of detail to add, so it might rattle a little bit. Maybe not. Let's find out. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's try it. Reverse. Is this the one that's got... Oh, it should have lights, but they might not come on unless we're going really fast. Let's give it a quick blast backwards. Oh, nice and quiet. Still not seeing any lights. Let's try it forward, full speed. Oh, it doesn't go very fast, which is fine, it's a switcher. Anyway, the lights aren't working, so we will address that when we upgrade this to DCC. Right, we'll send it around the track. As I say, it doesn't go very fast, so this may take a wee minute. Very nice runner. Really happy with that one too. That's me got 2 nickel plate road locos. We've got one PA1 and now we've got a little switcher. Wonderful. We are good so far. 2 for 2 of my purchases at least. Excellent. Okay. Next. If this doesn't run really nice, I'll be kind of disappointed because this was not cheap for what it is. Wish me luck. So, old Athearn Blue Box with extra detail. Oh, so far that's lovely. It's got the Athearn hum, but I'm not worried about that. That's normal. Certainly crawls along nicely. Do we have a light? We do have a light. Again, once we add DCC to that, change it to LED, it'll be just fine. Oh, this one's a wee bit nippier. Yeah, perfectly fine, happy with that. I'm going to have an area just for my switchers because I've got quite a few now. Yeah, that's definitely getting decoderized. That's lovely. Excellent. Okay, wonderful. So far everything has been working as advertised. Now this is the big loco with the kind of stiff trucks. So I'm going to be careful with this. Don't give it too much power because I think this needs a thorough lubing and then a gentle running in. But hopefully it will just work. Another Athearn Blue Box. Lovely. Yep, no problems there at all. I'll give it a gentle run round before I break it. I did check my box. I do have one like this. Thankfully it's a different road number, so we can run them together. It's also, I believe, an Athearn Blue Box, so hopefully we'll be able to do a double header with them without too many issues. Speed matching and all that. Oh, it's picking up speed. I'm going to slow it down. I guess something is freeing up in there. But I really don't want to risk damaging this one because they are really nice models and should run great once all lubed and cleaned. Oh, it shouldn't need cleaned, but it's certainly going to need lubed. It's got a working light, but again, when we add the decoder to that, I'll be changing it to LEDs. Certainly crawling along nicely, no problem at all. Perfect, right. You may continue your little journey while I dig out the next loco. It's the unfeasibly heavy Shoeline switcher. I have a feeling this might even be brass. It's crazy heavy. Although it's an Atlas yellow box, I don't think it's brass, but heavy. This is the one with little diamonds in the front. We will change that, if it works. Let's find out. Wonderful crawl. Focus. Focus, damn it. There we go. Look at that. I think it could even go slower. Look at that. That's insane. Right, let's go a little bit faster. Yeah, perfect. A wee bit noisy, but the Atlas yellow boxes were just a little bit on the noisy side. Can't complain. The only thing I'm disappointed about this little Sue switcher is it's not white like all the other Sue stuff I've got. But you know what, it'll make a nice contrast hauling around some Sue freight. I've got maybe 4 or 5 Sue box cars, I've got some gondolas. I might even have a Sue auto rack, so plenty to shunt around. But that thing runs really nice. Another one for the decoder upgrade queue, or line as you say over here. Thankfully I've got more decoders on the way. Wonderful. Right, what's next? I'm going to call this one my Southern Belle because she is so pretty. But you do need to tell me what I'm supposed to put behind it. Does it need a B unit? Does it need passenger coaches? I have no idea, but it's lovely. Let's hope it runs. It should run fine. Protos are generally great, apart from the whole cracked gear thing. Let's find out. Mars light working. Although it's a wee bit on the low side, so that needs brought up or replaced. Oh, look at this crawl. It is moving. Wonderful. Right, a wee bit more power. Oh, it's getting faster. I definitely need to lube everything up before I run it properly. I don't want to melt gears, crack gears. These already have the gear issue, so let's not make it worse. Oh, that's so nice. Very happy with that. Looks a bit lonely though. Our next contestant is this little Southern Pacific switcher. This looked kind of bone dry in the gears, so I've added a little bit of grease. I've not ran it at all, so we'll take it easy, shall we? so quiet. Wow. Oh yeah, love this. Oh my goodness, I think we're going to be going straight to a DCC decoder for this one. Oh, I can hear the gears meshing. Once we get the, you know what, I mentioned this before in a video, I think it's worth running your new locos in on DC before you convert them. And that way you're not getting any extra stress through the decoder when the motor is still a bit tight. So what I'll probably do is let this one run 30 minutes either direction, get it fully run in before I add the decoder, because trust me, this is brand new. That's absolutely gorgeous. So quiet. Wow. Could this be the one that I add my one and only sound decoder to? Maybe. Need to wait and see. And finally, our very cute little Denver Rio Grande Western steam train. Isn't that nice? Oh, I tell you what, before we set it off, I do want to see if we're getting power in both the front and the rear. So I'll give it some power. Hopefully it'll move. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Pretty sure it needs running. So I'm going to lift the tender up. Oh, why is it not getting power from the front? Does that mean it only gets power from the back? That's a surprise. Let me know if that's normal. Oh no, wait a minute. I think it was trying to move there. Yeah, it's definitely trying to move. I think it just needs running. Let's give it a wee blast. If it's got like wiper pickups, then they sometimes need a bit of a scrub to make sure they work properly. It's got very small pilot wheels at the front. They sometimes have a problem with my turnouts, so we'll see if it's okay. It's generally the turnout over there that's the problem. That one in the middle there, sometimes my little tiny pilots fall off there. Oh, we're good. We are good. So I'm extremely excited to hook up my oldie worldy coaches to this. That is really nice. You know what, I'm going to give it one more lap because I want to see if it can now crawl with power at the front, because it should have cleaned up by now. That should be enough to clean up those wiper surfaces, I believe. Let's go for a zoom. Doesn't that look nice? Doesn't matter what you think, as long as I like it, right? That's the way it works. Right, slow you down a bit. That's got a nice bright light in there as well. That looks like an LED. Wow. That's amazing. Really happy with that. Fabulous. Right, off you go. We're all done. So all in all, pretty successful haul this week, month, by week. I don't know, I seem to go to train shows all the time. So I will now hook up the rest of my freight, except for those well cars, because they do need to get assembled. That'll be fun. I'll maybe do that on a, yeah, we'll do that on a Tuesday live stream. That's what we'll do. Because, you know, you might as well see how boring it is to do that. Right, anyway, I've got 3 box cars and my new caboose. I think I'm going to hook up the box cars and the caboose to one of the Norfolk Southern locos, because my Norfolk Western, whatever the NW loco I've got, still DC, and I really want to show off my caboose with an NS loco. So anyway, thank you for watching. That was a great show haul,
I'm really pleased with that. I don't think I get anything on the list, but hey, I've got lots of new stuff, and that's what matters. Bye for now.